Have you ever wished you could peer into someone's mind and know exactly what they're thinking? Whether in a business negotiation, a social interaction, or a romantic relationship, the ability to understand another person's thoughts and intentions can give you a significant advantage. While actual mind reading remains the stuff of science fiction, psychology offers a variety of techniques that can bring you closer to this ability than you might think. In this guide, we'll delve into several proven psychological hacks that can help you read people's minds, or at least understand their thoughts and emotions, more accurately and effectively. 1. Understanding body language. Body language is one of the most powerful indicators of a person's true feelings. While words can be deceptive, the body often reveals the truth. Here are some key aspects to focus on. Posture. A person's posture can tell you a lot about how they feel. If they're leaning in, they're interested or engaged. If they're leaning away, they might be uncomfortable or disinterested. Crossed arms or legs can indicate defensiveness or resistance, while an open stance suggests openness and receptivity. Facial expressions. The face is incredibly expressive, often betraying emotions even when someone tries to hide them. Look for micro-expressions, brief, involuntary facial expressions that can reveal true feelings. For example, a quick flash of anger or sadness can tell you a lot about what a person is really thinking. Eye contact. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and for good reason. Maintaining eye contact can indicate interest and engagement, while avoiding it might suggest discomfort, guilt, or dishonesty. Pupil dilation can also be a sign of attraction or strong emotional response. 2. Mirroring and matching. Mirroring is a technique where you subtly mimic the other person's body language, tone of voice, and even speech patterns. This creates a sense of rapport and can make the other person feel more comfortable and connected with you. When someone feels that you are in sync with them, they are more likely to open up and share their thoughts and feelings. To effectively use mirroring, try to match their pace. If the person is speaking quickly, you can increase your speech rate to match theirs. If they are speaking slowly, slow down your own speech. Mirror their gestures. If they use a lot of hand gestures, you can subtly mirror this by using similar gestures. Just be careful not to make it too obvious, as this can come off as mocking. Align your posture. If they're leaning in, you can lean in slightly as well. If they're sitting back, you can do the same. 3. The power of silence. Silence can be a powerful tool in communication. When used correctly, it can encourage the other person to reveal more information. In conversations, people often feel uncomfortable with silence and will try to fill it with words. By staying silent at the right moment, you can prompt them to share more than they initially intended. For example, if you ask someone a question and they give you a short or vague answer, simply staying quiet and maintaining eye contact can pressure them into elaborating. This is especially useful in situations where you suspect the person is holding back information. 4. Cold reading techniques. Cold reading is a set of techniques used by mentalists and psychics to give the impression that they know much more about a person than they actually do. While the ethical use of these techniques is debatable, understanding them can help you become more perceptive in social situations. Key cold reading techniques include Barnum statements. These are statements that seem very personal but are actually broad and can apply to almost anyone, such as "you have a great need for others to like and admire you." By observing how the person reacts, you can gauge whether to probe further or shift your approach. Shotgunning. This involves making a large number of statements or guesses, most of which will be wrong, but a few of which will hit the mark. The person will often focus on the correct statements and overlook the incorrect ones. Fishing. This involves asking vague questions and then refining your guesses based on the person's responses. For example, you might say, "I sense there's something on your mind," and then follow up based on their reaction. 5. The power of questions. Asking the right questions can be a direct route to understanding what someone is thinking. Open-ended questions, in particular, are powerful because they encourage the person to share more information. Probing questions. These are follow-up questions that dig deeper into a topic the person has mentioned. For example, if someone says they had a rough day at work, you might ask, "What happened that made it so rough?" This can lead them to reveal more about their thoughts and feelings. Hypothetical questions. These can help you understand how someone thinks by asking them to imagine a scenario. For example, how would you handle a situation where? Their response can give you insight into their problem-solving approach and values. 6. Listening beyond words. Active listening goes beyond just hearing the words someone is saying. It involves paying attention to the tone of voice, the speed of speech, and the emotional undertones. Sometimes, what isn't said is just as important as what is. Notice changes in tone. A sudden change in tone can indicate that the person is feeling something strongly, whether it's excitement, anger, or anxiety. Pay attention to pauses. Pauses can suggest that the person is thinking carefully about their response, which might indicate that they're not being entirely forthright. Echoing. This involves repeating the last few words the person said in a questioning tone. This often prompts them to elaborate further, revealing more about their thoughts. 7. Empathy and emotional intelligence. One of the most effective ways to understand someone's mind is by developing your emotional intelligence. This involves being attuned to your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. Practice empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Consider what they might be feeling based on the situation they're in. This can help you anticipate their thoughts and reactions. Read emotional cues. Look for signs of emotional distress, such as a quivering voice, fidgeting, or avoiding eye contact. These can indicate that the person is experiencing strong emotions that they may not be verbalizing. These psychological techniques can bring you remarkably close to understanding their thoughts, emotions, and intentions. By honing your skills in reading body language, mastering mirroring, using silence strategically, and asking the right questions, you can gain deeper insights into the people you interact with daily. Practice these techniques, and you'll find yourself more in tune with others, able to navigate social situations with greater ease and confidence. Thank you for watching to the end. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.